Hello, inside this video tutorial I would like to show you the two option menus we have inside the EQ Programmer. First there are the show properties, which will be saved with the show file, and we have the application options, which will be locally saved only on this PC. Let's have a look at the show properties. Inside of the show properties settings, you can access the QList directory, you can set the queue defaults and the QList defaults. You can also change the versatile master count, and you can keep parameters separate, which means you will only touch the blue channel if you click on blue and not all three color channels on an RGB fixture. You can set the maximum of highlight dimming, and you can set the mutual exclude state, which is perfect for moving head cue lists and movements. In the next tab you can set the timecode inputs and outputs. You can change the fixture section setup. You can access the audio DSP and video options, also with Video Wizard optimization options. You can leave a comment. You can set the alias list for often used audio or video files, and you can set up the sunrise timer, where you can set your global position out of a large list of different worldwide locations. Setting up the sunrise timer to a correct position and time zone is essential for any automation which is using a sunrise timer. In addition to choosing a location out of the list, you can also fill in the latitude, longitude and time zone values manually by yourself. The preview shows you twilight, sunrise, noon, sunset, twilight and day length values of your location. The application options are always locally saved on the PC you are working on. Inside of the Basic tab, you can find a lot of different application startup and shutdown options, as well as the option to automatically start the programmer after Windows startup. And you can also set an alternative library. Another great feature is to autosave the show. Filling in 5 minutes will save the show every 5 minutes. Inside of the Advanced tab you can choose which network connection should be used for putting out which signal. Usually the auto works fine. If it doesn't work, you can choose it manually. The same for ArtNet and KeyNet. You can choose which parts of the EQ Programmer should be logged inside the main logbook, if it should be saved as a text file, and how big this text file can maximally be. There are some more options for eScript macro errors and eScript commands which are dangerous, as well as the maximum of cached media files per player. You can choose which sounds should be replayed inside of the programmer, and you can set the mouse behavior for all channels or only for pan and tilt channels. The Backup tab allows you to create a 100% fail-safe backup using two PCs and two identical show files. Simply just tell the first PC to be the main system and synchronize with the IP address of the backup system, and inside of the backup system you tell it it's the backup system and give it the IP address of the main system. As simple as that.